guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well, staying safe and whatnot. This is the start of a new series today. This is Funko In My Mind. So a little introduction before we kind of get started with this. I've actually seen a couple other YouTubers like kind of do something like this, so I thought I wanted to give it like a crack myself. I thought, you know, I could turn it into a little series. So what this series is going to entail is every episode I'm going to pick like a license or like a theme or something like that that Funko haven't seemed to have touched yet, or maybe they haven't like over expanded on, I don't know, whichever way. And I'm going to pick 5 pops from, well, 5 kind of like characters or like things from that theme that I think they should make Funko Pops of, if that kind of makes sense. So for instance, today, like first episode, I'm going with like probably one of my most the washing machine decided to wake up just as I started filming. Brilliant start to Funko In My Mind. As I was trying to explain before, I'm going to start this with probably one of the themes I'm most kind of like fascinated by. They've only kind of done a couple like in real life of this theme before. Johnny Bravo and Dexter from Dexter's Lab. So we're going to go with Cartoon Network for this episode. I've got my list of like pops I want to see them make, so we're going to get on to this. Let's dive straight in. So number 1, it's more like a show than a specific character. Like the first one I want Funko to make is like a line for Ed, Ed and Eddie. Growing up, Cartoon Network was kind of my place to go. Like after school, it was between Cartoon Network and a Disney Channel. Disney Channel we'll probably do further down the line, but for now Cartoon Network is where we're at. Going from school, I'd watch Ed, Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, all sorts like that. They used to do like the cartoon show, which was a staple for my childhood. But Ed, Ed and Eddie was kind of like the first real cartoon show that I kind of remember watching in full as a series rather than just kind of in and out. If Funko made Ed, Ed and Eddie pops, I think I'd probably keel over. Like there's so much potential with that. You got the main 3 characters, you got all the side characters like the Kanker sisters and the kids on the cul-de-sac. Ed, Ed and Eddie as a Funko line would be absolutely fantastic, and I think they should definitely do that. So that's number 1, Ed, Ed and Eddie. Number 2, this is a guilty pleasure of mine. It's a show I kind of in and out watching when I was a kid. It was kind of like I can't remember. It featured on the Cow and Chicken show. We're not listing Cow and Chicken here purely because there's so many other cartoons to choose from, and I couldn't pick them over what I've got listed. But we're going to carry on with this. They were featured on the Cow and Chicken show. It's I Am Weasel and I Are Baboon. I Are Baboon is probably one of the stupidest cartoon characters I've ever seen in my life. I'd like to see this made as like a Flop 2-pack. I think that would be a really good way to go for these characters. You could release them as individual pops, like as normal pops, but as a Flop 2-pack, I think it'd really work. I Am Weasel and I Are Baboon are like polar opposites. Watching them on screen is absolutely fantastic. It's hilarious. So if they made these into pops, a Flop 2-pack would be the best way to go in my opinion. But let me know what you think of this idea. I think it's a good one. So although I've stated that I'm going to list 5 like lines that I'd like to see, from time to time we're going to hand over to a special guest to kind of get their view on the matter. So without further ado, I will hand you over to Liam Nally.
Cheers James for letting me be a part of your video. There's so many cartoons I could pick because, as you all know, I'm a cartoon nerd. My name's Liam Nally, by the way, also known as Nally Pops. Yeah, there's loads. I'm gonna go back to 1980, I think 1981, 1982. Danger Mouse. I think the characters would be great for a retro line, and everyone knows who Danger Mouse is, whether you're born in, you know, the 90s, the 80s, 70s, it don't matter. You know who Danger Mouse is. Voiced by David Jason, also known as Del Boy. Yeah, I think you can make a good little line after that. You could have Danger Mouse, you could have Greenback, the bad guy with his little dog. His dog's called Nero. You could have him. You've got Penfold, these Colonel K, and the is Stiletto. And then also, as like an addition to that, you could have the Pop Ride, where you could have Danger Mouse in his yellow car that transforms into a plane. It has wings on the side. I think it'd be great. I hope they do it at some point, because if they do, I'd definitely pick it up. But that's what I'm choosing for a cartoon line I think they should make. It'd be brilliant. Danger Mouse. Yeah, thank you for letting me be a part of this. I appreciate it. You're going to go back to James now.
That was the one and only Liam Nally, ladies and gents. Thanks for that, Liam. So we're going to get back to our list now. We've got 2 more to cover. In my opinion, one of the most underrated Cartoon Network shows from like kind of my generation. I'm not talking about like the sort of We Bare Bears and Ben 10 sort of stuff. Don't want to touch that with a barge pole. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It was a really, really underrated show. It was creepy. It was very creepy with some of the stuff that was presented in it. It was an absolutely fantastic show. The characters are all kooky. There was a lot of like kind of stereotypes in it as well. I'm not going to go into that, but more to the point, rather than like be a kind of an exclusive line or like a big bundle pack, like it should just be like a common line. Like it should be a Billy pop, a Mandy pop, a Grim Reaper pop, and then again just make pops out of all the different characters in that show, because there's quite an expansion of characters. I think that would be a really, really good set for Funko to make. But we got that. That's Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Brilliant show. But there's one show before that I absolutely love. It is just as creepy. Actually, if not, it is even more creepy. It's very, very kind of like, I'd say it, for my generation, it's quite an iconic show. Like, I would watch it every week without fail, much like most of the shows on Cartoon Network at the time. But this one, I would make a point of not missing. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Absolutely fantastic show. The premise, if anyone's watching that didn't really grow up with any of these shows, the premise for this one is it's about this like kind of couple who own a little purple dog who basically wraps himself over anything. But unfortunately, they live in an area that sees a lot of like kind of supernatural goings on, and the show just kind of like follows those adventures. Now, I don't think there's really much of a range they could make like into Funko Pops. Like you could have Courage and Eustace and Muriel. That's probably about it. But that could be like a, I don't know, like a free pack or something like that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. This is more like kind of like a blogging series more than anything. This is just going to be me talking about what's on my mind, like in spoken word. But I think going from 5 to 1, Ed, and Eddie, definitely make a full line out of that. I Am Weasel, I Are Baboon, like those could just be like 2 pops in a 2-pack, flocked or whatever. Quite similar to the Tom and Jerry flock 2-pack. And then there's the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which I absolutely adore that. And of course, as I've just mentioned, Courage the Cowardly Dog, which top notch. That is the top notch show. So a couple honourable mentions as well quickly. No specific characters or anything, but Codename Kids Next Door, that was a really good show to watch. And also Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Like they could do some really good things with those pops. Those are my honourable mentions, and also what Liam put forward as well. I think that's a brilliant idea, Liam, so thank you. That's it for this one. This has been Funko in My Mind. This is going to be a series carry on going forward, and I am actually committing to doing these series now. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of this. Leave me down in the comments your thoughts, and maybe I'll touch up on it. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're pushing towards 150 subscribers now, so I really want to hit that mark and maybe even hit 200 subscribers by the summer. We'll see what happens. Comment down below, as I've already said. Always enjoy chatting to you guys. Leave us a like and ding that notification bell for more updates. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.